Europe is often associated with prosperity and high living standards. But did you know that economic wealth varies significantly across the continent? While some European nations boast substantial wealth, others face severe economic challenges. To identify the poorest countries in Europe, we analyzed data from Credit Suisse's Global Wealth Databook, specifically looking at GDP per adult. This metric helps highlight countries where individuals may have limited financial resources. For starters, Luxembourg has a per capita GDP of more than 130,000 US dollars, while many countries on this list struggle to reach even 5 figures. Today, we'll explore the top 10 poorest countries in Europe, shedding light on their unique struggles and stories. Let's dive in. Number 10. Bulgaria. Located in Southeast Europe, Bulgaria is a country with a rich history and cultural heritage. Its capital, Sofia, is a vibrant city that embodies the nation's spirit. Despite being a member of the European Union, NATO, and the Council of Europe, Bulgaria faces significant socio-economic hurdles. In 2021, the GDP per adult was $14,491, making it one of the poorest in Europe. Corruption is a pervasive issue, affecting all levels of society and hindering economic progress. Additionally, Bulgaria is experiencing a demographic crisis, with a decreasing population due to low birth rates and emigration. These factors contribute to economic instability and limited financial resources for its citizens. Number 9. Montenegro. Nestled in southeastern Europe, Montenegro is a picturesque country with a diverse natural landscape. Despite its beauty, Montenegro's economy is struggling. Its economy is small and relies heavily on energy industries. Urban expansion and deforestation have eroded Montenegro's natural resources, making it vulnerable to resource depletion. Additionally, gender and age discrimination cause large income gaps, particularly for women. About 50,000 of the population are internally displaced persons and refugees. They are among the country's poorest, with a poverty rate roughly 6 times the national average of 8.6%. With a GDP per capita of $12,231 in 2021, the country is struggling to raise the standard of living for its people. Number 8. Serbia. Serbia, a landlocked country in southeastern and central Europe, is known for its vibrant culture and historical significance. However, economically, Serbia faces substantial difficulties. The GDP per capita was $11,538 in 2021, positioning it among Europe's poorest nations. Serbia experienced economic growth in the early 2000s, but the global recession in 2008 led to a severe downturn. Public debt doubled to 63.8% of its GDP, and a significant portion of the population now lives in poverty. About 25% of Serbians are impoverished. Despite these issues, industries like food and energy production show promise, contributing to gradual economic improvement. Number 7. Belarus. Belarus, located in Eastern Europe, is a country with a complex history and ongoing economic challenges. The aftermath of World War II left Belarus with significant population and economic losses. Despite being a developing nation with a relatively high human development ranking, Belarus struggles with economic issues. Corruption and political instability further hinder progress. The GDP per adult in 2021 was $9,129, reflecting its status as one of the poorest countries in Europe. Minsk, the capital, stands as a symbol of resilience. The Belarusian people continue to push for better economic conditions and greater political freedom. Number 6. North Macedonia. Next comes North Macedonia, situated in southeastern Europe, is another landlocked country with a rich cultural heritage. It may look like landlocked countries are more prone to poverty. Anyway, the capital, Skopje, is known for its historical landmarks and vibrant atmosphere. Despite these attributes, North Macedonia faces economic difficulties, with a GDP per adult of $8,624 in 2021. Corruption and an inefficient legal system hamper economic development. Many people in North Macedonia struggle with financial instability. However, there is potential for growth, especially in tourism and regional trade. Number 5. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina, commonly known as Bosnia, is a Balkan nation with a tumultuous history. The GDP per adult in 2021 was $8,453, placing it among Europe's poorest nations. The Bosnian War in the 1990s inflicted significant damage, leading to economic and social challenges that persist today. The war left many families impoverished, especially those headed by women. The country continues to rebuild from the war's devastation, striving to transition to a liberal market economy. Despite these efforts, economic recovery is slow, and poverty remains a pressing issue. Number 4. Albania. Albania, located in southeastern Europe, is a country of stunning landscapes and historical significance. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, Albania transitioned from a socialist to a capitalist economy, facing numerous challenges along the way. Corruption and political instability have hindered economic growth, but Albania is rich in natural resources, including oil, natural gas, and minerals. Despite its beauty, Albania is one of the poorest European nations, with a GDP per adult of $8,203 in 2021. Number 3. Kosovo. Kosovo, a partially recognized state in Southeast Europe, faces significant economic challenges. With a GDP per adult of $6,512 in 2021, it ranks as one of Europe's poorest. Political instability and the aftermath of the Yugoslav wars have greatly impacted Kosovo's economy. Approximately 30% of the population lives below the poverty line, and unemployment rates remain high. Kosovo's rich cultural heritage and strategic position offer potential for economic growth and development, even as the country navigates its complex political landscape. Number 2. Ukraine, located in Eastern Europe, is a country with vast potential but significant economic challenges. The country operates as a unitary state with a semi-presidential system. It holds the distinction of being a founding member of the United Nations and maintains membership in organizations such as the Council of Europe, the World Trade Organization, and the OSCE. Corruption and political instability have hindered Ukraine's progress. Ukraine once had the second largest economy in the USSR. However, when the USSR collapsed, Ukraine had difficulty transitioning into a market economy, which sent much of the population into poverty. The GDP per adult was just $5,779 in 2021, placing it among the poorest European nations. The ongoing conflict with Russia has further strained the economy, exacerbating poverty and economic instability. Some of Ukraine's continuing issues contributing to its poverty are government corruption, Russian aggression, and weak infrastructure. Number 1. Moldova. Moldova, situated in Eastern Europe, is the poorest country in Europe based on GDP per adult, which was $4,440 in 2021. The country has faced numerous economic challenges since the collapse of the Soviet Union, including political instability and economic decline. From 1992 to 2001, Moldova experienced a severe economic crisis, resulting in a majority of the population falling below the poverty line. Although Moldova witnessed substantial growth in the early 2000s, it remains one of the poorest countries in Europe. From 1992 to 2001, Moldova experienced a severe economic crisis, resulting in a majority of the population falling below the poverty line. Although Moldova witnessed substantial growth in the early 2000s, it remains one of the poorest countries in Europe.